They don't want you to know this. In fact, they beg me not to say it. Because once you understand how female psychology really works, you become untouchable. No more manipulation. No more games. No more wondering what went wrong. This isn't the sugar-coated advice you've heard before. This is a raw truth about what women actually crave. The stuff they'll never admit out loud. Once you know it, you'll see the game for what it really is, and you'll never unsee it. 1. She wants your attention, but craves your absence more. Most men are taught, be available, make her feel special, give her all your time. But the truth? Constant attention kills desire. When you're always there, texting nonstop, answering every call, dropping everything for her, you become safe, predictable, boring. Desire doesn't grow in closeness. It grows in distance. She needs space to miss you, to wonder what you're doing, to feel that subtle ache when you're not around. That's what makes you addictive. You're not ignoring her, you're giving her less access. You have a life, a purpose, a mission, and she's not the center of it. The nice guy loses because he gives her everything. But security without mystery? That's just emotional sedation. Even the most independent woman needs a thrill of uncertainty. She needs to know she doesn't fully own you. That's why she's drawn to the man who disappears into his purpose, not the one clinging to his phone, waiting for her validation. 2. Her tests aren't about being difficult. They're about finding the truth. You think she's being cold, distant, sarcastic, unreasonable, but she's testing you. Not to annoy you, but to see if the man you say you are is real. Any guy can play confident until pressure hits. Then the mask slips, and she watches. Not what you say, but how you react. Do you spiral? Get needy? Beg for approval? Or do you stay grounded? Calm? Unshaken? Most men fail. They lash out, or they chase. But the man who passes, he sees a test for what it is, a mirror, an invitation to stand firm in his frame. And that's when she feels it. Respect. Because now she knows. She can't shake you. She can't manipulate you. You're real, with or without her validation. That's the man she trusts. The man she can't stop thinking about. 3. She'll never say it, but she wants a man who can tell her, no, not in anger, not to control, but because boundaries are power. Every man thinks he should say yes to keep her happy. But the men who can't say no get resented. Why? Because if you can't stand up to her, how could you ever stand up for her? The man who calmly, confidently says no to plans he doesn't agree with, to behavior that crosses his standards, to anything that violates his mission, that man earns respect. She won't say it, but she wants the edge. She wants to feel your backbone, not because she wants control, but because she needs to feel your strength. When you lead yourself, she knows she's safe following you. 4. Her attraction is emotional before it's physical. Looks and status might get her attention, but they don't make her stay. They don't make her crave you when you're not around. They don't make her obsess. What does? Emotion. Women don't obsess over the man who impresses them. They obsess over the man who moves them. It's how you make her feel that lingers. Seen, safe, desired, alive. That's why the most unforgettable men often aren't the richest or best looking. They're the ones who created emotional impact. She remembers how you made her feel, not what you flaunted. And that emotional tension, it overrides logic every time. You don't need to be manipulative. You need to be present, grounded, unshaken, able to tease her and calm her, challenge her and hold her. That's what creates the emotional roller coaster she'll ride over and over again. 5. She wants to chase, even after she has you. You think the game ends when she says yes. It doesn't. That's when most men lose her. Because when the chase ends, so does her desire. She wanted the man who challenged her, who kept her guessing, who had a world of his own and invited her into it. But most men, they win her, then get lazy. They overinvest. They kill the tension. And she slowly checks out. Not because she's ungrateful, but because the spark, the uncertainty, is gone. But the man who keeps her chasing, he never becomes predictable. He gives, but not endlessly. He stays playful, teasing, unavailable sometimes, and then fully present, unapologetically masculine. He keeps her earning him. And because of that, she never stops desiring him. Now you see why they didn't want this out there. Because this isn't feel-good advice. This is uncomfortable. This is real. She craves your absence as much as your presence. Her tests are her way of finding out who you really are. She respects a man who can tell her, no, her attraction is emotional, not logical. And the chase? It never ends. If you've seen these truths play out in your life, drop a comment. I see it now. And if you want more raw psychology women don't want you to know, stick around. We're just getting started.